Hey, what's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Co here with you, and we are going live on two different formats right now. We are trying something new tonight. We are doing YouTube Live for a change. It's finally working. I've been having a lot of download issues lately with my videos, so we're trying this to see how that works. And as always, we are also on Facebook Live. So welcome everyone to this week's edition of the show. And let's hope we got all the bugs worked out this week. Want to apologize for last week. Apparently the show, the Facebook edition worked fine, but the YouTube edition, not so much. So, not sure what's going on with that. But hopefully this week, everything will go much smoother and much better for everyone. And I apologize for that. Although most of you, hurrah, still got your sheets in. All my friends. Shout out to all my friends at the Laura Haviland program. Good work, guys. All right, so this week, first off on this, we filmed the show on Thursday night, so we're live on both formats for Thursday night for my audience and programs at school that I have to watch for Friday. So if you're live on the show tonight, welcome. If not, welcome to the show when you're watching in the classrooms. And for me, and always, go blue. All right, we're going to go through last week's picks. First, I will say, let's see, I got these right. Yes. My big winners in the Laura Haviland programs this week, staff-wise, it was Coach Randolph. Nice job getting 20 out of 28 points. And I believe this was student, so don't get mad at me or laugh at me if I was wrong. I had a name of CDIC, so there you go. That was, and he or she got 20 points as well, 20 out of 28. So you tied with Coach Randolph. Not bad, guys. And it was kind of exciting to see more you Havilanders over there getting involved and playing this week. That was pretty cool. See more staff involved too. So awesome. And welcome to the Frenzy. Very cool. Very cool indeed. All right. So let's get to the recap part of the show for you guys. As always, starting off with high school football action. These were last week's games. We have in the rivalry game, Tecumseh getting the win over Adrian, 47-14. Addison Panthers taking it to East Jackson, 53-0. How about that score, huh? In your first 3-point bonus game, this was as good of a game as Coach Randolph predicted it would be, however, without the results that Coach Randolph would have liked. As the Columbia Central Golden Eagles fell to Blissfield 34-28. You got to say about Blissfield, that is 3 undefeated teams in Lenawee County. Well, not even just Lenawee County. In football, 3 undefeated good teams that they've got the win over. Is Blissfield for real this year? Stay tuned. We'll find out. That was your first 3-point bonus game this week. We have Summerfield, as I figured, getting the win over Britton Deerfield. I didn't figure Britton Deerfield could do it 2 weeks in a row. 27-10. Clinton, the Clinton Redskins, getting the big victory and giving the goose egg to the Morenci Bulldogs. 28-0, your score was there. Hudson getting back on their winning ways, and we also got our winning sideline reporter Rich Hollowell back in action, who reported on this game for us this week. 44-22 over Erie Mason. And the Sand Creek Aggies winning big against Madison, 62-6. Madison, according to Janika, already having a better season this year as they got 1 win. So that's a good start for them. Where'd my other sheet go? That's the wrong side. We got Onstead falling to the Hillsdale Hornets. 38-19 is your score there. Lenawee Christian getting it done over Chavez. 16-0. Bad Axe getting the victory over the USA Patriots. 20-8 was your final score there. And your last high school football game of that week, we see the EPBP Lakers falling to Cass City. 36-12 was your final score there. Moving into college football action. We had the Go Blue Michigan Wolverines getting the win over SMU Mustangs 45-20. Not in the beginning, they were struggling a little bit, but once they figured things out, they went to town on them. Syracuse getting the win over Florida State, 30-7 was your final score there. And the Toledo Rockets falling to the number 21 at the time ranked Miami Hurricanes, 49-24. The Buffalo Bulls getting the win over Eastern Michigan, 35-28 was your final score there. In Alabama, in a huge victory over Ole Miss, 62-7. Ole Miss scored their only touchdown in the first quarter of the game and was shut down completely after that. Wow. How about Lawrence Tech? The Blue Devils getting a huge win over the Pittsburgh Panthers. 62-0 was your final score there. Adrian Bulldogs getting a win over Aurora. 27-5. Final score there. And that was my squeaker game of the week. Forget about it. Didn't get that this week. Siena Heights and the Robert Morris game. What the heck? Nobody was posting scores. There was no score posted for the Siena Heights game. So, therefore, everybody got a point for the Siena Heights Robert Morris game. Siena Heights, don't be letting that happen too often, or you'll be out of here. You won't be on the list anymore. And the Hillsdale Chargers getting a big victory over Ohio Dominican. 34-18 was your final score there. And in your second 3-point bonus game of the week, this could have also been your squeaker game of the week, but it was not. But the coach did get his I am 2-2 for coaches upset specials as the LSU team beats Auburn. Number 12 LSU beat number 7 Auburn. 22-21 was your final score there. Moving on to what I felt like was pretty much a waste of 3 hours of my life. The wonderful WWE pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. In Hell in a Cell pretty much sucked. You had Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Champion. There was nothing there. They had Brock Lesnar come in, kick the door down, come in and F5 or what's his move? Anyway, his finishing move on all of them. And that was it. Match over. Roman Reigns retains the title, but it wasn't even a match. So I gave everybody a point for that match because the match didn't even happen. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the World Championship title. I've seen way better matches than this. But AJ Styles retained the title, and Samoa Joe says he tapped out. So there you go. AJ Styles was your winner on that match. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell match. This was supposed to be a great, amazing match of the night. And when I turned on the network, this was the first match of the night. And it was not nearly the match I expected it to be. Terribly, terribly disappointed in this match. They had Jeff Hardy fall to Randy Orton. And Jeff Hardy literally fell off the top of the cage and supposedly hurt himself. So anybody that knows, or Jeff Hardy fell off the cell and hurt himself. Anybody knows Jeff Hardy has been through all these crazy, crazy matches over the years, has been through way more than any of that ridiculous stuff that they had him do the other night to get hurt. And yet he was supposedly hurt. Not buying it. Ridiculous pay-per-view. Complete, as I said, complete and total waste of my time to watch it. All right, NASCAR race for the week. We had Brad Keselowski in number 1, Kyle Larson as your number 2, and Martin Truex Jr. as your number 3. If you chose any one of those guys, you got a point for winning. Also in this was our sour, sweet and sour match of the week, we called it, challenge. And so the challenge was out of Mapstone, myself, and our other coworker, Leah, whoever's race car driver chose, came in first, got the sweet stuff. Everybody else had to do the sour stuff. If all goes as planned, you on Facebook Live have already seen this video. If all goes as planned, those watching the YouTube Live won't see it, but those who see the video tomorrow in the classrooms, I will be posting the challenge as well, as Julie Mapstone took the 5 different flavors of Warhead gum, put them all in her mouth at once, and chewed them. Now, it was decided, kind of by herself, a little bit by me, that she, because her racer came in below my racer, and not just below my racer, but way below my racer. I have Kyle Busch. Those who know me, Kyle Busch has been my guy, and Joey Logano sometimes is my guy, but Kyle Busch goes way back to the days when Jamie and I would flip a coin to see which brother, because there's Kyle and Kurt Busch, which brother we were going to have for the week because being brothers ourselves, that's how we did things. Anyway, so Mapstone chewed 5 of them at once. They gave me I had a lemon one to start with on the video. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's pretty bad, but not terrible. And at the same time, off camera, when the video was done, it was a great video. It came out well. We had our students and everybody laughing. Like I said, hopefully I plan on including it for you guys. Those who follow the YouTube page, the video is already posted on YouTube. Some of you we filmed that YouTube live when we were doing it too, so some of you might have seen that already. And like I said, my non-live audience, hopefully if I download it right, it will be included with your copy of the video tomorrow. It's funny to watch. So afterwards, I ended up trying an orange one, which ended up being more sour, a lot more sour than the lemon one. And then after that, my mouth is watering right now just thinking about it. After that, I tried the sour apple one. Sour apple one I should have done. That should have been the one they made me do. I think Julie was being very nice to me. Julie Mapstone was being very nice to me because the one I had wasn't as sour as the sour apple. The sour apple made me pucker and I had me in tears. So anyway, that video will be included here for you guys to see as well. And that finishes up the results show from last week. And again, some of you are wondering, well, why aren't you doing the results show separately? Well, for the classroom purposes, our classrooms, a lot of the classrooms that I work with, and just various people that watch the show work with, are all part of the ISD. And we have really super busy weeks. So Friday is pretty much our fun days for doing Sports Frenzy and everything, and it seems to work out best for everybody just to see the picks and the results. Now, my friends over at Laura Haviland, I get their sheets. They give me their sheets, and I go through them. So they usually have their results on Monday. And I've been going to try and do just a short show for the live audiences, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. So, all right, we are going to get into this week's picks right after I grab a refreshing sip of lemonade. Again, I'm not really been told, since they don't really sponsor me, I'm not really allowed to say who the product is or that they sponsor me. But I am drinking lemonade. This particular lemonade came from Aldi, and it's pretty good. And it's like $1.49. So if you want a good lemonade, check out Aldi brand if you have an Aldi near you. All right, and this week, let's go ahead. And so far, it looks like our video for YouTube is going pretty good. That's awesome to see. And we're going to go ahead and get into this week's picks. So right off the bat, I noticed by sending out the sheets a little bit earlier to you guys, I did forget to put on here the second 3-point bonus game, so you have to listen up for that. And I did forget to put where the college teams were ranked in the AP polls. So you're going to want to listen to that as I'm speaking about that stuff. But right off the bat, let's get into high school football action. This week again, we're starting off with our first game of the week has the Dexter Dreadnoughts. They have 2 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against It's unfortunate to see this, you guys. The 0 wins and 4 losses. Adrian. Now, it's tough. It's tough to be a Maple right now. But I know your guys are giving it all they got and doing the best they can. And let's face it, the reality is, in my opinion as a coach, and I've always told my teams this, yes, it doesn't, I'm not necessarily I'm not saying I'm a fan of just participation awards, but what I am saying is my old saying was, did you give it your best? Did you have fun doing it? And did you try your hardest? If you did all those things, then no matter what the score says at the end, you'll be a winner. Adrian has 0 wins and 4 losses. Come on, Paulson's room. Come on, Bowman's room. Let me hear you guys get a little loud for your team because they need some love. They need some love. Let me hear it for Adrian right now. Come on, shout it out. Shout it out, guys. Let me hear you a little bit louder. You guys got to show some love for them. You got to give the love to those kids in the hallway. Those guys out there in the hallways can't hear you. Get a little louder. A little bit louder. Come on. Bring the noise. Bring the noise. Let's hear it for you, Adrian. The new studios right here in Adrian, Michigan. I live in Adrian, Michigan these days. And technically I'm Madison, but that's beside the point. Anyway, you guys, I know you got 0 wins and 4 losses, but because you are strong supporters of the show and because you believe in Coach Cole in this program and you guys love and show the love for your teams and you guys have the spirit over there because I've seen it on Pride Day, ISD Pride Day. So I'm going to say you guys are going to try and get the victory this week. I'm giving the win to Adrian. Come on, let me hear it one more time for your school, guys. Let's hear it for the Pride. Come on, shout it out. Adrian for the victory. Is Coach Cole aiming for brownie points? Maybe. Have I ticked off my Adrian audience before? Absolutely. So I need your guys' love this year. All right, our next game. We have the Addison Panthers. They have 2 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to the undefeated Grass Lake. Grass Lake has 4 wins and 0 losses. Guys, you think I get myself into trouble with Adrian schools? Well, I'm an alumnus of the Panther country. And Panthers, I got to tell you, I tell you guys this every week. Addison Panther fans, being that they are my former classmates, some of them are even older, some of them even younger. They do not like it. They do not like it at all when the coach disses on Addison. Yeah, true story. They get very mad at me. I get hate mail. I do. Facebook, I get hate mail. I get people telling me, "Oh, you can't blame it on these kids," and it's huge. I get hated because alumnus aren't allowed to say that the Panthers are not good, even though we always said when I was in school, the Panthers are not good. And I will admit, these Panthers of the newer years are probably a bit better than the old Panthers of my generation. So, although I know a lot of guys, I have a lot of friends that actually played for those Panthers. So, might be getting myself in trouble there. Anyway, I do not see the Panthers getting it done this week. I've got Grass Lake for the win. Hate mail starting to come in, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This week, it's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. Come on now, everybody, say it's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. Your first 3-point bonus game this week. It's going to be a good one. We have Dundee. They have 3 wins and 1 loss. And they are traveling to and playing the red hot 3 wins and 0 losses. That's right, the Blissfield Royals coming out of nowhere. Nobody's seen this coming. Blissfield Royals have beat 3 very good teams that were undefeated. However, your difference here is Dundee is not undefeated. They have 1 loss under their belt. Will that make a difference in Royals country this weekend, this Friday night? What do you guys think? Will the Royals get it done? This is why it is your first 3-point bonus game. I'm saying they are. The Royals are going to move on with another victory this week, or I lose 3 points. Next up, we have Britton Deerfield. Britton Deerfield has 1 win on the season, 1 win and 3 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Morenci Bulldogs. Morenci does not have any wins this year. Morenci is 0 wins and 4 losses. You guys, is this the week that Britton Deerfield gets a second win under their belt? What do you guys think? Doesn't look like Morenci is all that good. I'm going to say Britton Deerfield might get their second win of the season this week, guys. I'm going with Britton Deerfield for the victory over the Morenci Bulldogs. All right, next up, we have where the former Sports Frenzy Studios were at in Onstead, Michigan. Onstead has 2 wins and 2 losses. They are coming off a loss last week, and they are traveling to and playing your Columbia Central Golden Eagles. Honorary member of the football team, sporting the shirt tonight for you guys. Tough loss for them last week. They are 3 wins and 1 loss. They are going to come back strong and get the victory this week. Go, Golden Eagles, go. And I forgot to put this on here for you guys, but listen up. I went with 2 high school games for your bonus games this week, and this is the one right here. Get ready, because this is 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. And I think this one's going to be a doozy. We have the Clinton Redskins. They have 3 wins, 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Sand Creek Aggies. Sand Creek Aggies have 3 wins and 1 loss. The Aggies, I am an honorary member of the girls' basketball team, and I am going to be hated this week because I am going with the Clinton Redskins for the victory. Next up, we have the Hudson Tigers getting back on their winning ways. They have 2 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against Hillsdale Hornets, who are on top of their game right now with 2 wins and 1 loss. It's in Hillsdale this week, so I don't know if we'll be getting reports from sideline reporter Rich Hollowell. Plus, I'm not sure. He might end up having to work or something because he's coming off the big Ozzy Osbourne concert last night. So I'm not sure he's going to be on the sidelines this week. But because he is my Hudson sideline reporter, I'm going with Hudson to get the win, continue their winning ways. Here's an interesting one. Here's one you guys are going to find interesting. Coach Randolph, you might find this a little interesting as well. Athens is playing Lenawee Christian. What you're going to see about Athens? Athens say they are also the Golden Eagles. They are traveling to and playing. They have 3 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the red hot 4 wins, 0 losses, Lenawee Christian. And there's no way there can be 2 Golden Eagle teams. I've got Lenawee Christian getting the victory. They have been playing super good. All right. Up next, we have a powerhouse team. Whiteford. They have 4 wins and 0 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the struggling Madison Trojans. Madison Trojans have 1 win and 3 losses. They have a great coach out there, though, that I really like. However, I'm sorry, Madison. I don't see you getting it done. Whiteford for the victory. Up next, we have the Ypsilanti Grizzlies. They have 1 win and 3 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the struggling 1 win and 3 losses the Tecumseh Indians. Both teams only have one win. I don't know where I put my duck again, but I'm going to call this one Coach Co's Squeaker Game of the Week. I am 1-1 right now. I'm going to also give the victory to Ypsilanti. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think we're going to see a close one here. Next up, we have the Brown City Green Devils. They have 2 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against one of our favorite schools to say, Bad Axe. I'm going to give the victory to Bad Axe. We have a team playing EPBP this week called Carroll Tigers. Carroll Tigers have 2 wins, 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against EPBP. The Lakers, coming off a win last week, are not going to lose 2 weeks in a row. I've got EPBP for the victory. You know, one thing I did forget to mention to you guys, as we were talking about this, you guys know this, but it's always nice to come out and see it. All our high school football games, unless otherwise noted or possibly interrupted by the lack of referees, which we had 2 weeks ago, are played on Friday nights. 7 p.m. is usually your kickoff times for all your Friday night football, high school football games. All right, up next, still a almost full football weekend as we jump into our college football games. Most of these games are played Saturday nights at various times, and we'll let you guys know as we move on right here. Our first game of the week comes to you. We have the 0 wins and 2 losses, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I believe is who it is. They are traveling to and playing against the world's greatest college of all time. We are talking about those number 19 ranked Go Blue Boys of Michigan. Go Blue! This game, folks, is a maize out. That means they want you to wear your maize and fill the arena with maize. It's a 12 p.m. kickoff, and it will be on FS1 for those watching on TV. And it is a maize out if you're going to be down there. You know who I got forever and ever, the Go Blue Boys. Go Blue. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! Returning to action this week, you have those couch-burning Spartans of Lansing. They are ranked 24th. They did not have a game last week. They were off. So they only currently have 1 win and 1 loss. And they are traveling to and playing against the Indiana Hoosiers, who have 4 wins and 0 losses and are unranked. But hold the presses. Hold the presses. There are so much more to this game yet. This game kicks off at 7:30. It will be on the Big Ten Network. And I must tell you that Julie Mapstone roped me into this game this week by saying, hey, can we make the Michigan State-Indiana game the challenge game of the week? She's feeling pretty good about this one. She thinks Michigan State's going to win this one. This week's game is the Booger Candy Challenge. We've got the candy physically, but we haven't actually. We didn't open it, feel the texture of it or anything. But thinking boogers brings a lot of bad things to mind. Snot, all that wonderful stuff. So it's snotty candy, I guess you would say. So this week is the Snotty Candy Challenge game. And of course, Mapstone has MSU because I wouldn't pick MSU. So this is either her way of be able to laugh at me. The Sparties, Burning Couch Sparties, are ranked number 14. Or I'm sorry, not 24. 24 on the AP polls. Indiana is not. So, with that being said, I have Indiana 4 wins and 0 losses, getting the victory. And I hope they do it. Go Hoosiers. Your next game is a Saturday game at 3:30 p.m. And this game will be on CBS. We have number 22 ranked Texas A&M. They have 2 wins and 1 loss. But they have a big challenge ahead of them this week as they take on the number 1 ranked Alabama. Alabama has been pretty much untouchable this year so far. I'm going with the Roll Tide Roll of Alabama. Our next college football game is the undefeated Lawrence Tech. They have 3 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to Ypsilanti to play the Eastern Michigan Eagles, who have 2 wins and 1 loss. Tough choice for me. I like Eastern Michigan. But I have family at Lawrence Tech. I'm going to give Blue Devils have been red hot. I'm going with Lawrence Tech for the victory. Oh, that's a 12 p.m. kickoff, and it's not a televised game. But I'm sure I don't know if they've been selling out their games this year or not. You might still be able to get tickets for that game. It's going to be heavy traffic up that way. You got the Michigan game and the Ypsi game at home this week. All right, this next game is a 2 p.m. kickoff. This is not a televised game, but it is right here in Adrian, Michigan. We have the St. Francis Fighting Saints. They have 1 win and 2 losses. And they are traveling to and taking on. And Siena Heights, you are on warning. You better give me a score this week. Can't go 2 weeks in a row without score results from Siena Heights. Siena Heights has 2 wins and 0 losses. I am going to go with Siena Heights for the victory, and I better be able to record the victory, guys. You need to post your scores somewhere for someone to see. That's a 2 p.m. kickoff, if I didn't say that. Hillsdale Chargers we have coming up next. This is your homecoming game weekend. Bring back all the former Chargers. 4 p.m. is your kickoff. This is not a televised game either, but it is in Hillsdale. And if it's homecoming, it's probably going to be a lot of people there. We have the Lake Erie Storm. They have 0 wins and 3 losses. That means it looks really good for your Hillsdale Chargers on homecoming weekend. They have 2 wins and 1 loss. We have some rain coming down here in Adrian, Michigan. With the wind picking up, let's hope we keep our channel going here. Slamming into the window if it's picking up on here. I'm not even sure if it is, but wow. It's really coming down out there right now. All right. I had a request for games to be added. We have the Olivet Nazarene University Tigers. They have 1 win and 2 losses. For those of you that don't know, this is Amanda Reams and Coach Travis Boring's daughter. She goes and she is dating one of the football players. I'm sure she'd love that we called that out. They are traveling to and playing against the Marion Knights University. Marion Knights have 2 wins and 0 losses. Perhaps someday, Reem and Boring, I will have to have you guys pick me up some ONU gear while you're up that way to add to my collection. I'm going to go with Olivet Nazarene. Even though they only have 1 win, these guys are like family to me, so got to root for where their daughter's at. All right, we have your late game again. Putting these guys on here now because, kind of a fan of theirs after taking it to MSU a couple weeks ago and getting that challenge win. 10:30 p.m. kickoff. This game will be on ESPN. We have Arizona State. They have 2 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against Washington, who has 2 wins and 1 loss. They can get it done against Sparty. They can certainly get it done against Washington. I like Arizona State's coach. He hasn't been in coaching in like 18 years, and he's turning this team around. Give me Arizona State for the victory. It is your late game. It's late Saturday night game. Oh, wow. So I either did a typo on this or I made it a 3-point bonus game. So apparently, you guys, this week we are going to do a bonus 3-point bonus game. That's right. That's 3-point bonus games for you this week for those keeping track at home. That was the Arizona State Washington game for you guys. 3-point, your third 3-point bonus game. Oh, it's back. Yes, not just football. We are in some preseason hockey action. These games are being played on Friday and Saturday night, various times. Preseason, I'm not keeping track of the scores super good. I do know this. We have the Columbia Blue Jackets playing. I don't know I didn't get their score, but it is preseason, so it doesn't really matter right now. But they are playing the 1 win and 0 losses. They are back. That's right. They are playing those St. Louis Blues. Oh, yeah. Feel those blues, baby. You guys know who I got. I got those St. Louis Blues. That's an 8 p.m. Friday night game, not televised, unfortunately. Next up, we have the 1 win and 0 losses as of the filming of this show in overtime. Got to see a lot of young guys play in this game. They were all over the night with it. Just kind of cool to see. I haven't really sat down and been able to. I haven't really last season, just because of all the chaos and everything going on. I didn't really get to sit down and watch the Red Wings, and they didn't have a great season anyway. But last night's game, I watched most of it. Got to see a bunch of different guys play. It was a pretty good game. They were tied. When I can't remember what happened. Oh, something my wife wanted to watch came on. And so when I came back later to the game, they had won the game in overtime. So your Detroit Red Wings are 1 win and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against, I have the wrong logo. It is not the Pittsburgh Penguins they are playing. We're just going to turn this around for the night. They are playing the Boston Bruins. No logo there. But it doesn't matter who they're playing because all night long and every day, the Red Wings are going to come back this year. We're going to see some classic Red Wings of old. Give me the Detroit Red Wings. Red Wings for the victory. And your last game of the night, we have the Vegas Golden Knights. Last year's Cinderella newbie team coming in and making it all the way to the finals. They are playing against the San Jose Sharks. And, I'm going to go. I think the Vegas Knights are going to have another good season. I don't think it was a fluke. I'm going with the Vegas Knights for the victory. All right. I got to grab my tablet here. And we are going to check and see where NASCAR action is this week. We're not even in the middle. We have just started playoff action for NASCAR. Excuse me. Throat was a little perched there. All right, so this week we have and I am looking up stuff on my Kindle Fire tablet. So we have says it's a Saturday race. It's at Richmond. Okay. Richmond Raceway. It is a 7:30 p.m. race. And you can watch it on NBCSN. What else do I want to tell you about this race? Let's go here. Let's go with our standings, our current standings right now for this race. We have okay, these are the playoff standings right now. I'll give you the top 12 because that's where the cutoff line is. Playoff standings right now, we have Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski is number 1. He has 2,069 points. Martin Truex Jr. is number 2 with 2,087 points. Kyle Busch, my guy, is number 3 with 2,085 points. Kevin Harvick is number 4 with 2,060 points. Joey Logano is number 5 with 2,056 points. Kurt Busch is number 6 with 2,046 points. Ryan Blaney is number 7 with 2,042 points. Kyle Larson is number 8 with 2,041 points. Eric Almirola is 9 with 2,034 points. Austin Dillon is 10th with 2,031 points. Clint Bauer is 11th with 2,029 points. And the cutoff point at number 12, Alex Bowman, is 2,028 points. Your 5 bottom guys right now, number 13, Jimmy Johnson, 2,022 points. Number 14, Chase Elliott, 2,019 points. Number 15, Eric Jones, 2,009 points. And Danny Hamlin sits at 16 with 2,008 points as NASCAR is heating up, folks. The playoffs are on. All right, let's go to the Facebook page and see where we're at with things today. we'll go to. So you can find us, guys, at on the Facebook page. It's Sports Frenzy. If you're not a member of the Sports Frenzy page yet, you can just go on there, find the page, ask to join. I will look at your request and accept or deny you. No, I don't deny most people. I've only had to deny 2 people so far. One of them, I did not know at all, had no affiliation with anybody or anything that I've ever been aware of. And the second one, ready for this, was an Ohio troll trying to get on the page. Can't accept that. All right, let's do. Go to some news. Big news: Michael Jordan is donating $2 million for hurricane relief in North Carolina for all the damage and all the things that have happened down there. We wish, speedy recovery for everybody in North Carolina that was rocked by the hurricanes, and it looks like Michael Jordan's going to be helping out a little bit too. We have finally found out one of the acquirees for the Detroit Tigers came in the form a couple of nights ago of Logan Shore from the Oakland Athletics. He is a right-handed pitcher. You can find more on that story on our Facebook page. The judge has dropped the wrongful death lawsuit against former NASCAR driver Tony Stewart. Let's see what we got going on there. The case was officially dismissed, but they have 30 days to reopen it. The Red Wings have taken off Hockey Town from the famous logo this year. It's not on the ice. Very funny, though, that's in Little Caesars Arena. There is a shop called Hockey Town now. So go figure that one out. Doesn't seem right without the logo on there. Devin Bush wants to remind everybody that Saturday is a maze out. Wear your maze. Go blue. Years in the past, there was a wrestling organizations that had what they called midget wrestling. Well, there is some midget wrestling coming to Detroit. It is called Extreme Midget Wrestling. It'll be coming to a show at St. Andrews Hall in Detroit in December. And these guys might be on the smaller side, but that doesn't mean they don't have any wrestling talent. If you look at the picture of these dudes, try telling them that they're not true wrestlers. It's said the report, if you haven't heard it by now, we've posted it on the page, that Red Wings captain Zetterberg will not be coming back this season. He has too much damage to his back and can no longer handle it. So he is officially retired now. Longtime Clinton coach Chris Wittenbach will be the fourth Lenawee County man to be inducted into the Michigan Wrestling Association Hall of Fame this season. Congratulations goes out to him. All right, we'll take one more spin here. See if we got any little bit of breaking news or anything here on the page real quick. Congratulations goes out to Steve Phelps. He was named the NASCAR president and will take over as president beginning in October. And I think for now that just about sums things up, guys. That's all we have, all the time we have, and all we have for you this week. I hope this week's show is actually able to be seen by everyone. Thank you, everyone, for continuing to love and support the show. I certainly do appreciate you all being here. Get out there this weekend, enjoy some wonderful sports with your family and friends and loved ones. I'm the coach. We'll be back here again next week for another great action of Sports Frenzy. Be blessed, everyone, and we'll talk to you again real soon.